Hey there, Libra. Let's begin on your reading. It's good for the month of December, the second half of the month, as well as for whenever it finds you. Let's begin, Libra. Thanks so much for joining me, Libra. You're the very last sign that I'm doing for December's series. Let's see. Let's wrap up the day. It is Saturday. Yeah, it's Saturday. I don't even know what day it is. And we're wrapping things up. Libra, Holy Spirit, we're connecting with the zodiac sign of Libra. What insight, foresight, guidance, revelations do we have for the sign of Libra right now? Let's see. Let's give you some future foresight as well as to what is to come. Enough. You were born enough. Libra. I find it hard to believe that you're realizing your worth. Barely. How could this have happened? I'm hearing to you. A person that is so gifted, that has so much to give, so much to offer. How did it take you so long to realize that you were enough? What is this about, guys? A relationship, a connection, about work, a personal matter? Let's see. You're realizing your worth, your potential. And this is giving you the empowerment you need to be able to strive for those things that you know you are deserving of, as well as to release those things that do not serve you, that are beneath you. Yeah. Key to intimacy. Intimate love is a core need to be met in relation to ourselves and those closest to us. The journey to intimacy often includes learning what love is not. Wow. So this is about love, or love on all levels, right? You're learning what love is not. Intimate love is a core need to be met in relation to ourselves and those closest to us. The journey to intimacy often includes learning what love is not. So you've gotten deeply acquainted, guys, with yourself, with another person, and this has really illuminated so much for you guys that you're able to see now, that is pointing you in the right direction and moving you away from a particular relationship. I'm hearing a whole life you've built for yourself. Now, this doesn't have to be hateful. You know, sometimes your mind just instantly goes there, right? Like, oh, you know, it's not love. It's toxic, like I hate you or something like that. But I mean, this could be, I'm hearing a life that you built with somebody, and well, you're just realizing that the dynamics within the relationship are not rooted in love. They're rooted in something else. And I think you can't ignore this anymore. And you can't continue to live this way. Now, again, for each and every one of you, some of you over here, it could be a very toxic relationship. And for others of you, it's toxic in a different way. But it's all the same. It's not real love. So this is pretty much bringing attention to the fact that there is something that brings you and another person together, and it's not love, but you thought it was love, or it looked like love for so long. But it's all too clear that you can't continue to do this to yourself or to another. Wow, guys. I mean, I bet, let's see where this is going. I mean, this is such a tremendous milestone in your evolutionary journey to get to this point where you're able to see and recognize this and undo, I'm hearing these false beliefs, and be able to identify these patterns. But there's also a certain responsibility that is handed to you, right? With this level of consciousness, this level of awareness. And that responsibility, guys, can feel like a big burden because of, the life you've built, because of the connections you've made, because of the world that you created and that you're having to destroy now. And it seems cruel, and it feels easier to just continue and keep it this way. I'm here because you think, am I really causing harm? Am I not causing more harm by destroying it? You were born enough. This is bringing attention to you. And this is an angel that is spreading their wings. There's freedom, there's liberation that I'm seeing here. But there's also darkness, isn't it? Yeah, there's also darkness. Going places of vulnerability that are difficult to confront, to see. That's all happening. That's all going on. So I see you really craving for authenticity. I see you being in a place in your life where you're ready to discover what love truly means. Confusion. Of course. This is such a confusing time because there's so many conflicting emotions. It's like your heart, your mind, your heart are in battle, and it says growth hurts. Doesn't it go? Yes, growth hurts. I'm telling you, this level of consciousness, of awareness, comes with a price, a certain responsibility. I'm hearing to yourself. That reminds you every day, every chance it can, that you cannot continue to live your life in this way. Truth hurts, heals. Growth hurts, it also heals, and harnesses a way through the uncertainty. There's so much uncertainty, guys. I don't think you know what to do. And look, there's lightning in the back, which it's reminding me of the tower. It's time to rebuild, guys. This is a hard place, guys. Because for many of you, you've built this tower, and many of you didn't even know you were building a tower, right? You didn't even realize that you were actually learning what love is by learning what is not all this time. Forgiveness. Hurt blocks our light. Forgiveness, guys. There's a lot of guilt that I'm sensing. Again, a lot of conflicting emotions. I think you're having a really hard time with this, guys. A lot of blame. And, well, those feelings right there, that point of view, that perspective, it's what causes the confusion. I mean, the confusion is you still holding on to what you know love is not. That's where the confusion comes in. Many of you are struggling with forgiveness. And well, it's really blocking you from truly accepting and seeing, from truly accepting what is happening, what has happened, what needs to happen. Oh my goodness, guys, this is so... What do you want to tell, my dear Libra? What do you want to tell Libra about this, Holy Spirit? What does your spiritual team, your higher self, want to tell you about this, guys? Channel your knowledge. Oh my God, it goes because we were just talking about unlearning, learning what love is not. Channel your knowledge. Critical judgment. Wow. So again, it's like you're really having to be real and truthful to yourself. Enough. You were born enough. Many of you, it has everything to do with that. What keeps you here is perhaps, you know, that false belief that you're not deserving of love. And that is, you know, point again, opening up another can of worms because you're having to acknowledge what brought you here, how this happened. Channel your knowledge, critical judgment. Awakened spirit, desire to change. Oh my goodness, guys. I'm telling you, you will not be able to live this way anymore. You have awakened. You're ready to... You're ready to live life authentically. You're ready to learn what love is. You're ready for true love, guys. It's important that you cultivate forgiveness within your heart for yourself or the people involved. And that you don't allow the pain of the truth to confuse you and to blind you from what this all means. Oh, guys, this is so deep. Channel your knowledge, critical judgment. I feel like this is telling you, this is what your spiritual team wants you to know, your higher self. It's like you have to put your knowledge to use. It's like, it's not like, you know, but it's like, it's not enough just knowing. Like you have to start living your life differently. There's something that has awakened within you guys that you cannot ignore. So it's important to begin to deal with, I'm here to start to process these feelings and emotions instead of shutting them off or away, because they're only going to be magnified. And I'm hearing, and it's only going to make you feel even more miserable the more you continue to close your eyes to it. You desire change. Hey there, Libra, I am back. Where was I? Desire to change, right? If I'm not mistaken. Guys, it's Saturday. Give me a break. It's been a long day and it's actually about to be 5 p.m. Let's get through this, Libra. Let's get through this reading. I can do it. We can do it. Desire to change. Gosh, Libra. Holy Spirit, what guidance, advice, revelations do you have for my dear Libra about what is to come? We have the Two of Wands, guys, and it's reversed. You're standing still, guys. You're not making a decision. Look, it's reversed. This is tough, guys. I feel like you have outgrown a relationship. You have outgrown something in your life, guys. These are growing pains. And, well, you've awakened. There's a certain place of consciousness that you've reached. There's knowledge that you have received, awareness that you have now to see that changes everything. And you know, guys, that you have to move on. And that's hard because this knowledge, this truth, this awareness that you now have is calling you to go in a certain direction. And I feel like you are unable to do that right now because you're struggling with what all of that means, what you're having to do. Look at that. It is so difficult, guys. It's something that causes you tremendous stress and anxiety, confusion, and regret, remorse. And it's almost as if, it's not almost as if you cannot, it's like you can't even see yourself doing this. How can I do this? But in the back of your head, you know it's like how, it's not that you know you have to do it because a part of you, I feel like it's thinking, oh, I can still sustain this. Right? There's where that confusion, perhaps that denial comes in. And yeah, you can, right? Not make that choice and that decision, but that's going to drive you crazy. That is going to drive you crazy. You know what, guys? Sometimes, like, if there's any advice that I have for you guys is there's a time to leave a relationship. There is a time. And unfortunately, many people choose to stay in an unhappy relationship situation because they can't find the strength within them to leave, to face everything that means. And they wait, they stay, and things get really bad. Relationships are broken, bonds severed, people, you and another person begin to hate each other where there was once love. So if there's any advice that I can give you is leave, not leave, but whatever you have to do, don't wait around. Do it now. Because it's better that you do it now. Because I fear that if you don't, it's going to cause more damage to a relationship, to a connection, to another person, to yourself, if you don't move forward. My goodness, guys. Wow. Libra. Tell us more, Holy Spirit, tell us more. So this is the future, guys. Listen, I understand. This is not easy. There's no necessarily right way to do this. No action is taken. You're like at this crossroads and you're just standing there, not going this way, not going that way. So you're choosing to stay, perhaps. But it's not a happy place, guys. It's not a happy place. I mean, the damage that this will cause, okay, will be less now than it will be later. Trust me when I say that. It's a time to leave a situation, a relationship, guys. There is a time. Tell us more, tell us more. Tell us more. We have the Wheel of Fortune. Honestly, guys, I feel like this is the best time. And it's not the best time. That's the thing. It's never going to be the best circumstances. You know, especially not with this awakened spirit. When you have an awakening, it just happens. And you just have to embrace the shifts or you will get trampled. So look, this Wheel of Fortune, guys, is bringing attention to the present moment in time. Let's see this as, I'm seeing it as a portal that is opened right now. This is unexpected changes as well. Curveballs that life just throws at you that seem to come out of nowhere. The best thing that you could do with the Wheel of Fortune is just accept what is happening and go with it and not try to stop it or get in its way. Because you will throw yourself into a karmic cycle if you do so. The Wheel of Fortune is encouraging you guys. It's bringing awareness to a certain window, a time window that is open for you. Wheel of Fortune. Oh my goodness, guys. I see you having a really hard time making a choice and making a decision, guys. The Wheel of Fortune is here, which I feel like points to the fact that time is critical. It also talks about this is a good time. This is a good time to do this. You might be thinking, how is this a good time? I haven't even planned for it. That's the whole thing about the Wheel of Fortune. You just have to jump into action, you know, just things happen unexpectedly. And you might think that's probably what you're thinking, like, I can't just do this. But again, guys, you're having to acknowledge what is actually keeping you there, and you will realize that it's not love, and instead it is fear. It is guilt. It's an inability to forgive yourself, others, and it is confusion that is keeping you there. And it's not love, which is probably the reason why you are thinking you should stay. Because in staying or not doing something, you're seeing it as love. You're protecting somebody else, but you're actually not. You're just having trouble facing the truth and what that means and what you're being called to do. Guys, I'm telling you, I'm not saying that if you do this now that everything will be perfect and that you and another, you know, are going to be all right, or that it's not going to have any sort of negative impact. Not saying that. But what I am saying is that if you wait, the situation is going to get worse and you're going to take action, do something, when it's almost like too late, where because your worst fears will come true. I know it feels like the worst nightmare is now. I hope that I'm making some sense, guys. The Wheel of Fortune. And we have the Six of Wands. And we have the World card. Guys, I've been here before, guys. And if there's one regret that I have on my spiritual path, is resisting change. Not doing something because out of fear, because I'm not ready. I regret that, guys. Because it made everything worse. It made my real nightmare, my nightmares really come true. Where they could have just been bad dreams. Bad dreams. What could have been a bad dream turned into a terrible nightmare of sleep paralysis. Don't let that be you, guys. We have the World card. It's a new beginning. It's an ending and a new beginning. You are at that point in time, guys, where you can close a chapter and start a new one. But it will not be easy. But you can do it, guys. The Six of Wands and then the World card. Let's get a closing message for you. Let's get a closing message, my dear Libra. If you want to book a reading with me, guys, you can do so by going to the link down below in the description box. It's going to take you to VotreVoyageTarot.com, where you could book a private reading with me. Closing message for my dear Libra. Closing message. Libra, what do we have for Libra? Closing message, Holy Spirit. We have multifaceted. Titanium rainbow quartz. There are many layers and dimensions to the situation or person you're asking about. I mean, absolutely, guys. There's so many layers and dimensions to the situation or person you're asking about. Gosh, guys. I mean, it's just saying it's not an easy situation, no matter how you approach it. Tell us more. Sulgolite. These are crystal names. Own your divine power. Replace codependent people-pleasing with assertiveness and empowerment. Own your divine power. Replace codependent people-pleasing with assertiveness and empowerment. Libra, this is what I have for you. Thank you so much for allowing me to do this reading for you. As always, truly, it was an honor and my pleasure. You guys take care, okay? Bye-bye.